I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems. I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back, tell me I'm garbage. I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling. Phone in progression, it's all that I wanted. The phone in affection, I summon and dub it.
Welcome back to another video, everybody. I appreciate you guys clicking in, and I have a really cool video for you guys today. A little bit of a different style today, and I just got back from Sacramento for the California Natural Muscle Mayhem, and I had the pleasure of being at the Christian Guzman Summer Shredding Classic because I had a group of Team Lifts athletes at either of the shows, or at both of the shows. But it was an amazing experience. I want to shout out all the Team Lifts athletes that were at the Summer Shredding Classic. We ended up taking second in lightweight bodybuilding, third in lightweight bodybuilding, and first in men's physique. And then every other athlete got first call outs. It was all their first show, all natural athletes. So I'm really proud of everyone that competed there. It was a pleasure hanging out, kicking it, meeting all you guys, and just an awesome experience as a coach. And then the same thing goes for Sacramento. So I had the pleasure of going down to Sacramento for the California Natural Muscle Mayhem, and went down with one of my best friends, Jeff Nippard, his beautiful girlfriend who is like a sister to me, Stephanie Buttermore, and one of my best friends, Rashawn, who I was coaching to the show, and of course his beautiful girlfriend, Selma. So it was a really good vibe, us hanging out at the Airbnb, just hanging out as a family.
I don't even know what this is. What is this called?
I've actually never seen that in my life.
Bro, I don't know, man.
And then I had a couple other Team Lift athletes that were there as well.
Natty verified?
Yeah. Natty verified, bro.
Yeah.
We got Natty verified all up in here.
Me too.
That's right.
Selma, self-proclaimed Natty verified.
Steroids. You never know.
You never know. Oh,
Looking pretty
you never
good.
know.
And how I personally like to do things for contest prep to pique my clients is I generally like to do the backload. Personally, I feel like you can bring a better look to the stage. Although I feel it is a lot more risky, I feel that the look overall, when you can nail it down, looks a lot better. So generally what I like to do the day before, on Friday, if the show is on a Saturday, is start to implement carbs. I'd like to deplete throughout the week, and then we start feeding up.
Oh, it smells so good. I know regular people probably like walking by like, why are you so hype over this Reese's? I'm like, nah, bro, this Reese's.
Yo, how good is that right now?
Bro, having something chocolate that's not Walden Farms. Oh my god, bro, it's such a different taste. Like,
so we're starting to add in more food, we're adding in more water, and we're adding in more salt, and we're spreading those intakes of food and everything every couple hours throughout the day. And then that night, I actually get my athletes to wake up every couple hours in general to start intaking more food, more water, and more salt to ensure they're actually full for show day. So it's very common for clients or athletes to show up flat if they don't fill up enough, or if they eat too much, they look spilled. And if you nail down a peak, then you know they're super full on stage, but they're not blurred over or looking spilled, or they're not flat. So in general, 99% of the time, I can nail the backload. I'm pretty confident with it, and I've seen a lot of success with it in the past. So pretty much I got to hang out with Rashawn most of the time throughout the trip. We went shopping, we got some food.
Yo, what are you eating post-show?
I'm guessing in my head right now.
Me too.
I don't know, cause like by that time we get out, I want Chick-fil-A,
Number
but I
one
also
with
want
Polynesian.
BJ's too, cause I want to hit that Physique.
Dude, the Physique's
Yeah.
nuts.
And then I got to check him out every couple hours in person. And that's one of the best things you get to do as a coach when you are traveling to a show. Maybe not the day before, but early in the morning as the show's going on, I can check out all of my athletes in the morning. It's usually a long day because I don't sleep from checking in with everyone the night before. Guys, it's show day. I don't know why I'm whispering, because I'm in a room by myself. But it's currently 3:05 a.m. I have the first round of check-ins coming in, and I can't sleep. I haven't slept yet. This is not good, but I get really excited. I start writing in my notebook, just put my laptop away. I'm gonna get focused, so I'm actually probably gonna smash these check-ins, and then I'm gonna take a little nap. So I'll check in with you guys in a little bit. You guys can probably tell I need some sleep. But being there in person and being able to make the on-the-fly decisions to see how much they can eat every couple hours until they actually step on stage can make the biggest difference. But looking at the title of the video, of course, there's ups and downs of this, and not a lot of it, and a lot of coaches don't actually talk about the dark side of it all. And when you're truly coaching clients to the best of your ability, it's gonna take time to make sure every single person is on point. And of course, there's that risk of spilling. I've only spilled 2 clients ever since I started coaching, and I actually did it at summer shredding, to be fully transparent with you guys. And then I did it before last year with the backload. So sometimes things don't go to plan, but there's things you can do to fix the spill to make sure you look better. Luckily, it wasn't too extreme and everyone still did well, but as a coach, I hold myself to the highest standard and I want to make sure everyone peaks perfect. So being a coach in general, you have to know the risk of spilling someone on stage. You need to know the risk of people's health, of course, because if you're manipulating people's water and sodium and potassium and adjusting people's food, there is a health risk that goes with that, especially when you're getting down to very low body fat. It can also mess with people's minds mentally because you're doing something so extreme. There are things like eating disorders that could develop, so you want to make sure everyone is mentally there. The next dark side about coaching is people's placings. Everyone does shows for different reasons, and of course everyone wants to do as best as they personally can, and only one person can win and one person can place. So you have to make sure athletes are in the right mindset before they actually step on stage, because only one person can win. You have to be realistic. Of course, I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure they look their very best. We're going to be as competitive as possible, but you still have to be realistic and make sure everyone's in the right mind frame to be ready for any outcome. Because you know what? You can't control what the judges choose. You can't control who shows up that day, and you can only control what you personally bring. If a client brings their very best, then we know there's nothing else that person can do to become better, and we have to be proud of the package they brought. If a client did not do everything in their power, we have to see the positives and learn from the negatives that happened. Maybe they weren't able to adhere to the diet for certain reasons, and we have to see why. Where did that stem from? How can we improve on that? Maybe an athlete would be off the plan for certain various reasons, or did something different, or weren't fully upfront with you with certain things right away. And you had to figure out as a coach why that happened. Was it something that you did? Because half of the coaching is also communication and connecting with that person. Because you can send someone the best plan, but if they're not able to follow it, if they're not communicated the right way, then it's going to be harder for that client to be successful. So there is also an art side of being a coach, and that can be tough when you see your clients place certain ways, if you personally feel like they deserved a better placing, or if you know there could have been little things they could have done better. But the view I like to personally take is that I'm responsible for everything that happens, and maybe anything that happened negatively, maybe they didn't adhere to their plan or something, I still like to take blame because maybe there is something I could have done to improve. So I try and collect all the information, I keep an open mind, and I communicate to see what I could have done better as a coach to better connect with that athlete. And then the last thing is, this is probably just a personal thing that I have, is the whole weekend I get so nervous, I get so much anxiety and stressed because I feel like I'm the one stepping on stage. Just out here with some of the crew, the bodybuilders are all back pumping up. So pressure's on, heartbeat's going, it's anxiety. I feel like I'm competing, so I'm super hyped for them to go out there, show what they got, and get this night show going. So I think I actually get more excited for my clients when they compete than when I personally compete, when I see them up there on stage. But I just really want everyone to do their very best. Like when I was at Houston, I got 0 clips, no Instagram stories, no photos, no video clips of prejudging. All I got was the night show because everything was pretty set in stone and I had the system and had time to make sure everyone was good. But before that, I didn't even think about even taking out my camera because I wanted to make sure everyone was on point.
All right,
See if I can get it on.
hit it hard with pump products. I like to recommend citrulline malate, 8,000 milligrams. Dome it back, have a little bit more, and then bring some food back there. So while you're pumping up, you can have some, and then just before you step on stage, you can have a little bit like Reese cups, a little bit of fat.
I am really passionate about it and I want to make sure they're happy and they brought their best, and that's what matters to me most, because stepping on stage isn't just about the physical, it isn't just a competition. There's so much that goes into it mentally and physically. It's about the journey. How much did you learn? How much did you grow? What did you achieve? Did you have the discipline to do it? It's a lot deeper than just stepping on stage, and it's such a sacrifice in life that I feel like no one will understand until they actually do it.
How's it feeling, man?
Dude, it's insane. I mean, just to know that all the hard work, the 12 weeks that I put in, all leads up to this, and just showing off everything I've got. I mean, I had an incredible field. I had an absolutely insane, like, these people out there they put in every bit as much work as I did, and I don't know, man. It was
Awesome, bro.
I was so
Congrats,
happy.
man. Congrats.
Rashawn actually said in one of his vlogs, he said he didn't know how hard it was until you're there, because I can't explain to you what diet brain is like or a clouded mind when you're at that low body fat until you're there. It's harder to think. You're going to be lethargic. You have to dig deep. It's just like when you're playing sports and coaches telling you to do sprints. You're really tired at the time. You can either push it or slack off, except it's 24/7 because you're dieting all day. You feel this way all day, and it's a sacrifice you have to make to step on stage. But at the end of the day, you have to realize everyone competes for different reasons, and you have to make sure they're getting the most out of it. You know, not everyone is up there to be competitive, to become first. Maybe someone lost 100 pounds and they want to step on stage because it was an achievement for them, and that's amazing. Being able to impact lives and improve quality of life is a lot more important than me than to win a first place trophy. Like if I had a freak client or athlete that won first place, that didn't follow their plan, that didn't put in hard work, I'm not going to be as proud of someone who trained their butt off, that put their heart and soul into everything, and they placed 5th, but they lost 100 pounds. They did a transformation. They're adherent to everything. They connected, they learned, they grew, and that's what matters a lot more. So I guess that's the good side of coaching, because you know how much you can impact someone, and you know how positively you can impact people, and it just feels good. Team list this year, I think we got 6 pro cards so far this year. I think the lowest placing we got was 7th, I think. I don't know, but every single person is doing amazing, and I couldn't be more proud. So I want to shout out everyone in Sacramento. Everyone crushed it. I'm super proud of everyone, and I just want to thank, of course, Jeff and Steph. You know, they're always hooking it up. It's always a vibe, the family, and Rashawn, one of my best friends, for not just competing, but doing all the work he's doing behind the scenes with his career and keeping that balance.
Okay, for real right now, this feels insane because I've been here every single year since I competed in 2016, and I don't know if I saw this in my life before. So Rashawn's peaking right now. It's 11:19. And this guy is doing work on his computer.
Bro, I'm trying to get these vlogs up for you guys. I'm trying to make sure that I got some content when I walk.
So you guys need to make sure you guys subscribe to Rashawn, follow his journey. If you guys didn't see the entire series in the lead up to the show day, make sure you guys watch the whole playlist. So you better have it in a playlist. By the time this is up, it better be in a playlist.
It's actually inspirational to see that work ethic, because I never met anyone in my life that works as hard as that guy. And then, of course, all my athletes, I feel like I made a lot of friends that day. Just being able to connect and hang out with everyone in person. So I'm just thankful to do what I love every day, and sorry on a tangent, I feel like this is important, is that sometimes you just gotta give yourself a shot on what you want to do personally, what you love to do. You just go for it. There's nothing to lose. If you don't achieve it, at least you tried. You'll never have that in the back of your mind. And I personally believe if you love something, you're going to naturally be better at it. And if you aren't that good at it, you're naturally going to want to become better at it in practice. So this is where I feel like I'm at now. I'm a sponge. I'm always looking to improve no matter how good the squad does. And I think I'm going to end it there. So pretty much the dark sides are the risks of spilling, the placings, the risks of people's health because you're dealing with people's food and stuff. And then for me, the stress and anxiety, which also is a good thing because it's just like pre-stage jitters. I just get that for every client. So other than that, guys, let me know what you thought about this video. I really appreciate it. And comment, like, subscribe if you're not part of the team. And I have a lot more coming through my glow up season, lean bulking series, and I have an informative series coming soon too, or it might already be up by now. So check it out if it's there. If not, it's coming. So talk to you guys soon.